Wait, do you get all your spell slots back?
Queglod does.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
So I can major knit someone.
Major nip me for now, and then when we take a shorter sleep.
You can't heal with the braces on.
Fuck.
Ah.
That's why I need the shortest now.
That's the downside of using the braces, is that then you've got to try and take them off and you can't put them on again. So either lower your DPS and be efficient, or take a
Wait,
short rest.
hang on. I think I missed something. Those braces that got Behold killed.
Yeah.
Are you wearing them again?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Look, if these braces get 2 for 2, I'm gonna be. They will have done their job, and then I'm just gonna have somebody else. I'm gonna have Fang steal them or something.
No, just give them to my next character. Come on.
Next character's a wizard, full spellcaster, puts them on anyway.
What are these braces?
You don't get to. You cannot heal by any means of magic, so potions don't work, spells don't work. Only short rests and long rests gain hit points, but you do an additional d6 damage with all of your martial hits. So weapon hits.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So right now that means that. So if you were to use it, that would be an additional d6 on all your stuff, which would then benefit from the doubling from crit. But you would gain no healing from potions or party members. The second wind would work, and short rest would work, but everything else would be out the door.
Yeah, see, I mean, like, the extra hits would be nice, but considering, you know, I do chug potions like an absolute madman at times.
Oh yeah.
No, I think I'm good.
I think Sasha's probably too traumatized to really consider it, so...
Yeah, that's true. Right, so, hello everybody, welcome to Crabby D&D. Yes, we are late, we were playing poker. Enough said. I am here with my players, Simon.
Hello.
Infernal.
Hello.
Jamie.
Hello.
And Sudz.
Hello.
We have no Sam or Harlan for now. Harlan might be joining later on. Currently, we don't know. He's currently being hosted in a radio show. Good for him. So congratulations, Harlan. But if he does show up, then great. If not, then not to worry. And Sam, it's his birthday. Yeah, it's out there on the internet now. Everybody knows. Nobody watches these things anyway, so it's fine. Unless he says otherwise, and then I have to edit it out. So we'll have to see. But yes, usual announcements. Thank you to Zenosa for all the artwork. As you can see, we have things like the War Elephant are now in place, which is good. With its wonderful number of tusks. Yeah, that's it. Yep, the War Elephant. And other tiles as well, which have come in various shapes and sizes. Most of them are just dragons, so that I can fill out my roster and start throwing them at the party. Now they're high enough level. Yeah, that happens. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free audio. Any combat maps are made in Dungeon Player Studio. Any non-combat maps are made on Incarnate.com or generated on Donjon, depending on where it was made. That is everything. So, let's get into this tonight's session. So, last session, our party of adventurers. Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, Rook, and Feng. After making their way into tower after crossing a large gap, with words leap of faith to encourage them on their journey. After a little bit of a interesting start to it, with Malcom and Rook taking a literal leap of faith into the chasm below, they hit a hard but also squishy black plasma, which attempted to swallow them. With the parties betting and ultimately Elsyan losing, with Queglod, the party eventually intervened after they were attacked by an undead purple worm. Through a series of bits of combat, with some of the party getting hit with major attacks of various design, the party then proceeded to move onwards, travelling across the ravine and taking a metaphorical leap of faith. As they went along, their fly spell dwindling and falling as they eventually landed on the other side. In the other portion of this chasm was a plateau, and at the centre of the plateau a large dark steel tower, reaching up, mostly smooth with small outcroppings of almost blades or hooks and ledges. Swirling above at the top of the cavern, just out of their vision, were a series of bat-like creatures, some of whom clung to the walls, looking down and around, making various calls to one another as the party was ushered inside the tower. Getting into the first room, they found a gargoyle-like statue in the center of the room, its mouth wide open, its wings folded back along its back, as a gust of air pulsed from its mouth, pushing back party members and disorienting them for a short time. In addition, there were 2 tapestries, one on either side, which when revealed had blue dragon statues behind them, which electrocuted those around the gargoyle. As the party realized they had to push the statue around and face it towards the key on the other side of the room, they received the key. After being shown the riddle and doing a little bit of a check, they found that the words Plains of Sky worked as their method for ascending the tower and getting to the next floor. Upon reaching it, they found themselves split into 2 groups, some above and some below. Those below had a series of meaningless symbols and a large grid in front of them which they had to traverse to get to the other side, while those above could see the grid, but they had no idea what the symbols meant or what they were used for. After a short riddle was read and the understanding of the words, I strike unannounced, but my encore is legendary, yet you fear me before I arrive, figuring out that it was lightning and therefore air, they avoided such tiles and created a path across leading to the other side of the room. Now, the party stands divided still. Those on the platform standing up there with looking down at their 3 allies on the other side of the grid. Rook now holding the key in his hand as the party decides what they shall do next. So, as you are standing there, Rook, you currently hold the key to the room to ascend, if you will, and the rest of your party remains on the ledge behind.
Okay. Well, keyhole? I've got a key.
You've
Shall
got a
we
key?
proceed? Do I know where to proceed? What's around? Is there a door?
Looking around, there is no door, just the same key that you had before now sits in your palm.
Okay. Guys, what to do with key? Is there somewhere I can put the key? Can I look round to find a keyhole?
Make me an investigation check.
First challenge. Find a
Okay.
keyhole.
Pretty good. Looking around, there isn't a keyhole, and there isn't any words or riddles, there isn't anything. It is a completely blank and clean stone-cut wall in front of you.
Okay. Oh, guys, nothing short of just bashing this key against the wall to see what happens. Any ideas?
Is there anything in the area where we are? Are we still?
You're still on the ledge, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there's not likely to be anything we can do here.
So can I get a drawing of how the room is like?
Structured.
Yeah.
It is a mostly square room. For the purpose of it, I will just draw it as a square because that will be simpler. But these corners are sheared off effectively. Your party of Sasha, Elsyan, and Rook currently stand on the lower floor. Just use Rook for now, and he stands there on the opposite side of the room. In between him and there was a large grid of tiles which he had to cross, which are now the colour has dimmed and the tiles recede back into a normal flooring. And you currently stand on a balcony on the opposite side of the room, currently overseeing it all. In front of you is a curved wall of force leading up and over your heads, and another one leading out from the balcony, covering over the layer as almost a screen between here and there.
Okay. It doesn't look like the key is going to let us go anywhere new. It probably activates a new puzzle in this chamber.
Okay. Is there any writing that I haven't seen, or any markings on the wall, like possibly scrape marks or opening or something?
There's nothing at all. Looking around the room and taking a few minutes to kind of just do a general once-over with the aid of Elsyan and Sasha, The room is completely clean, other than the symbols below the balcony and the wording of the riddle written above it.
What was the riddle?
It is in the chat. It is one I read out at the beginning. I strike unannounced, but my encore is legendary, yet you fear me before I arrive. Party discerns this to be lightning and or thunder.
The one before that, is that from a previous room or?
That's from the previous room, yeah.
Is there anything on the key? Or can we talk to each other?
Yeah. Okay, can I inspect the key?
Looking at the key, you notice that it is the exact same one as the room below. And you see, other than the key being intricately carved into a particular manner and it being lightly magical, you can see that there are images of clouds written on the side of the key.
Okay. Wait, it has images of clouds on the key. Is there anything in this room that resembles a cloud?
Nope.
Okay.
The
Well,
symbols from the riddle are gone now, right?
Yep, they're still there.
Oh, they're still there.
For you guys, no. For Jamie, yes.
Oh, okay. Try pressing it against the air symbol.
Isn't that on the opposite wall?
Yeah, the floor
Oh,
tiles
right.
have receded back into a flat floor, so you can walk over fine.
Oh, I can. Okay. Right, I'll go over and push it. Hang on. What one's the air symbol?
The swirly one.
Morally.
Spiral.
Right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the spiral.
push the key against the swirly one.
Okay. You press your key. You press the key against the swirly one. Nothing seems to happen.
No. Just
Hmm.
got a little dink as it hit the wall.
Okay.
Is there anything on the roof of the room? Or like the top?
No, from what you can see, this is a completely clean-cut room now that the tiles have recessed.
Wait, on the ceiling there's nothing?
No, it is completely flat.
Okay.
Currently, the only sources of light are you guys, which you're producing.
I'm in a box, and the box is blank.
Hmm.
Wait, we can still see the symbols though, right?
You
I can
can't.
still see. I can still see the symbols. Yeah.
Oh, he can see the symbols like we can't.
Is it possible for him to get to the giant statue from where he is?
Not without going through a wall of force. Or two walls of force, I should say.
Okay.
Toss the key into the wall of force.
Don't, because Rook would.
It would just bounce off. Walls of force aren't meant for disintegration. Disintegration's meant for them.
Is there anything on the balcony where we?
Nope. Other than the two storm giant statues. But
Storm,
you know that all they've done is conduct electricity to damage you guys.
And where are they? On the sides?
They're on
Or
the
what?
sides, yeah.
Yes, the most challenging part of the puzzle. is
Did they
how
damage
the
you
key
if
works.
you touch them or just go near them?
I can't
No,
get to them.
the statues damage you if they step on the wrong tile below, but that puzzle's done.
Ah. So can we go inspect them then?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
How do they all activate?
Okay. Going up to it and kind of getting a look around the statues themselves, they are stone and iron, same as the area and room that you're currently in. You can see that the majority of it is magical with an evocation element to it. The looking over each of the sides of it, you don't seem to see anything which is of particular note. That's about it.
Queglod,
Mm-hmm.
can you take a look around with your detect magic and see if there are any weird areas of magic?
I can take a look. I'll activate detect magic. I believe that has a range of 30 feet,
Has a range of 30 feet.
so I wouldn't be able to see. Well, I wouldn't necessarily be able to see everything below the balcony. Is there anything?
With what you can see from detect magic, you can see the balcony itself is not magical. The stone has a very mild magic resonation to it, probably to repair itself if it were to be damaged. Bending stuff, you're used to this. You've seen this
Okay.
before. Looking at the statues, they give off an evocation magic, and looking ahead, you see a large wall of abjuration magic blocking any further detect
Mhm.
magic.
Okay, so nothing we didn't know.
Nothing you didn't know.
Right. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's anything.
You can, as you are
new.
looking around, you do see Feng pull out what seems to be a magic quill and proceed to start writing down in a journal of his.
Okay.
He now sits cross-legged on the balcony.
How did we activate the key last time? Did we put it in a hole?
Was there
Can
a key in the previous room, or?
Yeah, we got it from the thingy statue. It blew on the wall and
We said
gave us
the
a
answer
key.
to the puzzle, to the riddle, and it
Okay.
flew off.
Can
Yeah,
I
what did you do with the previous key then?
can I say thunder and lightning to the key? See if that works. That's the answer to the riddle of this room. I didn't know if maybe that helped. No?
You say thunder and lightning. Seems to happen.
Kind of rubs the key.
What
You
about the
rub
same
the
Get
key.
real intimate with it.
Probably a D100.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh, I hope I pull this key. Oh, Rook is happy.
Oh no.
Late
He's gonna
tonight.
seduce the key.
85.
85. Pretty good roll. It's an inanimate object.
You see a slight blush.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's rose gold. Glorious. Oh, Jesus.
It's not a bad idea. Just get a gold amulet, but get a little bit intimate with it, make it rose gold, and sell it off for ball.
Yeah, there you go. Huh? Lads, Rook has pulled. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
At which point it looks up and goes, the answer to the previous riddle was Plains of Sky, if that matters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Try saying the same answer as before, Rook. Plains of Sky.
Plains of Sky.
As you
Okay.
do, the room goes dark once again. Each of you feel a slight lift in weightlessness. The key disappears from your hand, and you are now in a new room.
Oh, I lost the key.
Stop
As-
losing the key, Rook.
As each of you stand in this new room, the light refocuses for you as the axe is now giving off the light. The drift globe is giving off similar light. You stand in a large, stone-cut, same as before, hexagonal room this time, with simple, undecorated ceiling and floor. You see a large hexagonal grid placed in the center of the room, the only outstanding feature for the floor. Around the room, in each of the 6 corners, you see statues of mastiffs sat on their haunches, looking stoically into the center of the room. Each one of them wears a single leather collar with a glass bead hanging from it. Each one is of a different color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Around the room, on the 6 flat-facing walls, are 6 more hexagonal grids, each of which is obscured by a misty blue and white essence, the same one which those who are on the top or on the bottom saw on the grid below. And below each one of these grids is a glass bead of corresponding colour to the collars. You see across the room from you, underneath the what looks to be the blue, the green one. Sorry. Across from you, where there's the green bead, you see in the center of that one is a key, the same one that you'd seen before.
Oh, fuck me.
Alright, I need a visual representation of this.
Yeah, my brain has just exploded.
There is no visual representation of this room. It is a hexagonal room. I'll do my best to draw it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's rub this out. This. Alright. So the room at hand is hexagonal. My best to make a proper hexagon here. We'll have to see. Probably going to be pretty off, but that's fine. It's only an estimate. Only an estimate. And we'll say the party is currently standing in the center of a room. In the center of the room is another hexagon, or hexagonal grid made up of multiple hexagons forming it. You see on each of the corners stands a mastiff, each of which has a collar on of various colour. You see on each of the flat facings, you see on each of the flat facings are different or more hexagonal grids of various design. However, each tile is blotted out by a white and essence. That is the room.
Okay.
And you see the key. And you see the key is just below the green one across the room from you. You also see what seems to be a little bit of text and writing written below the key.
Okay. Let's read the writing and see what it says.
Okay,
Okay.
please not read it out loud.
Are
Just
you
yet.
are you crossing the central grid, or are you going around?
I probably go round. I don't. Probably start some form of timer if we step across it.
Okay. Going across from it, you see the following words are written. And are you reading out, or is it just the parties all going to go over and look?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go around and look.
Okay. As everybody heads over, you see the words written: "Know your footing, and you cannot fall."
Okay. I think I've already done enough falling for one day, so I'd rather not fall. Okay. Each of these have beads. That's key. These are blotted out.
Anybody like to try anything?
It strikes me the riddle probably refers to the grid in the middle. So,
Wait, so how big is the grid in the middle? Like, how big is one hexagon?
One hex. So wait, the grid on the middle. How big is a hexagon?
Yeah.
A hexagon probably stands at about 2 to 3 feet across in total.
Okay, so it's pretty big.
And the grid, in terms of what you're seeing, is this. Apologies.
Okay.
And we're about this big, according to?
No. You would
Alright.
be about that big.
Okay.
So you can stand on one perfectly fine.
Okay.
okay.
Sorry, Rook.
And there are similar grids on each of the...
And there are similar grids on each of the walls, but they seem to be blocked off by a blue and white essence. Same as you saw when you were looking down from the balcony before for Rook and Elsyan and Sasha when they were looking at the grid from the ground floor.
Okay.
So we can't see what's behind it. Is that what?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You cannot see what's behind the essence. Each of the grids does, however, have a corresponding colour below it, which relates to each of the colours.
Okay, so what does this one have?
I don't. I have 2 twice. That's fine. Right. Sorry.
And these are all white, I assume?
Yes, these are all the colour of the floor.
Okay.
So
And
kind of a
what?
pale grey.
So, is there? Can we color which way the dogs are?
The dogs are all facing towards the middle, and
I mean the colors.
oh, in which case I'll just put red, yellow, orange, green. No,
Purple.
red, orange. Sorry, I did those the wrong way around. I always get that wrong. Orange, the other way around. Orange, yellow, and purple. And each of the
colour
corresponding colours is directly next to the one that.
Right.
Okay, so red and blue make purple, red and yellow make orange, yellow and blue make green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the main ones are red, yellow, and blue, correct? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those are main colors. You said there's a glass bead. Is there any way to, like, is it just hanging there, or is it like part of the statue?
The glass bead is embedded into the wall below the grid, and the glass bead that's hanging from the dog collar is strapped around the dog's neck.
Okay, so you can take the thingy off, or
Try.
is it part of the statue? Oh, okay.
Want to go over and try?
Oh,
Are the
maybe.
beads magical?
No, they are non-magical.
Okay.
What are these?
Also, looking around the room with your detect magic, each of them is masked with an illusion spell. The only thing which is magical are the dogs,
Right.
and they are magical with a transmutive power.
Okay. Right. Transmutation magic, so be careful.
What are these last one?
Oh, this is so purple corresponds to this one, blue corresponds to
Ah,
this one,
okay,
green
okay.
corresponds to this one, so.
Okay, so transmutation. What does transmutation do again?
It's effectively changing the properties of
Ah.
objects.
Okay, so
We lost the key, I assume.
Yes,
Yeah,
the key
yeah,
disintegrated.
my date was that good?
And it's in the green one. They're down here. Okay.
Down here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well you start
And we
on
can
this
see
portion
that.
of the room looking
Wait,
towards it.
so... Okay, so it's below, and this is also blocked by blue stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't
so we
shake
can-
the feeling that we've got to walk on these, or we've got to stand or do something with these hexagons in the middle. Hexagons things. Maybe they change colour? I mean, if it's sure foot, my theory is going to be sort of like the last puzzle where we need to trust what we're standing on, otherwise we could fall. Maybe?
That's fair. I mean, the difference here is these grids are obscured by.
And they're obscured for everyone, not just some of us.
Yeah, we don't
everyone.
have any means to see what's behind them.
Yeah, so we don't know how to start it.
But the fact that we know that there is something there, surely, because of the way that effect works. So I think figuring out how to see those grids is going to be important at some point.
Maybe we won't be able to see them until we step on.
Possibly.
Or move the bead. Maybe we've got to do something with the bead. Offer the bead up to it. Or
It says
To
know
see
your
that colour.
footing and you won't fall. If we mess up somehow, we might end up falling somewhere into a trap.
okay.
Oh.
So
Anybody like to try something?
I guess
I
go
kinda
respect.
want-
No? Go.
Go, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. You want to try what?
I was just gonna say I want to try and step on one of the tiles, see if I can be able to see the stuff after stepping on one.
Okay. You step on one of the tiles. Which one would you like to step on? I'll say an edge one, given your.
Yeah. I think I want to step on that one.
Okay, I think I understand this.
As you step on that
Okay.
one, those ones immediately underneath you change to a different hue as they all glow with a slight rune written on them. The rune seems to be arcane in nature, doesn't seem to have any particular spell tied to it or anything else.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Turn them all black?
I'm
Maybe?
guessing the goal.
What happens? Step off.
Okay, before anything else, I'd like to take a look back and see if I can see take a look around and see if I can see any of the stuff now.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the goal might be.
Try stepping off real quick.
That wanna be.
Okay, I step off.
Step off. Go back.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm guessing the goal is to try and flip over all of them.
Yes, but
Yeah.
the question is, do they stay when you move, or do we need multiple people to stand? So get on one and try to move. But it says
Okay.
fall. I'm scared.
This.
Be ready with your.
This.
You have it, right?
I have my wings.
Okay. Be ready just in case.
This one.
Alright, I'll step back on the same one. And then
Alright.
Cover that. No,
I'm going to try and move to.
I'm good. I'm gonna take them off. Put them really big.
And then I'm gonna try and move to this one.
Okay.
Okay, so you do need multiple people.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I assume if
technically, with
someone
this,
steps
we
on
could
here, these are gonna get taken off.
can try.
Let's double check that. Actually, I will go and stand on that space.
In this one here.
That one
Yep.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's the case, gonna walk off again so I can be able to see this.
Yeah, I will step off as well.
Okay, so
Fuck. If only this was symmetrical. It would have been so easy.
Think I'm gonna make an easy puzzle?
No.
Thanks.
That'll be that covered.
That's not how that works.
I'll do that for that one.
We should try what happens if we have two people next to each other on the ones they're standing on. So I'll get on this one. Can you try and get on this one?
Stand there.
Okay, so they do change.
Okay. Right, it's impossible to do it with one person, and it's obviously impossible to do it with two people, because there's going to be at least some blocks that overlap.
Okay, so what happens if I stand here then?
Think.
Oh, so these don't change?
Well, where are they? You're still adjacent to them.
Okay, and now just to
Oh, yeah.
double check, if I move myself here,
Nothing. Oh, so you would change
okay,
them.
so
Okay.
it is.
So every new person changes them. Okay.
Right. Okay, so it is exactly how I thought it would. Okay, perfect.
So if I move here now, no, these will turn black, but these are gonna stay. Because these are... Oh wait, what the? Yeah.
So that one... So moving there, uninfluences that one while influencing those.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I think.
that looks right to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks right.
No.
Yeah, so if you get out...
Wait, hold on. That one's influenced by Sudz, and it's influenced by you, so that should be white.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I got that one
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Because that one was already influenced.
Yeah,
so
because
that's-
I was standing here.
Yeah, so that's the only one which doesn't change.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Jesus Christ, right, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. Can Queglod move there?
You're influencing those.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right.
There.
Oh,
No,
and
if
also,
Queglod
and also I
moves-
forgot these two should be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is difficult to track.
Yeah, it's very difficult to track.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to be struggling the most with the
Chris
DM or
is
us.
struggling more than us.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Just
He put this on himself.
shh.
Yeah.
He did.
The easiest way to do it is just to remove you, uninfluence the tiles next to you,
Now.
then put you down and re-influence.
What I want to know is what happens if two people... I assume two people can't fit on the same one.
Nope. It's
Okay.
not large enough for that.
Fair.
Just gonna double check all my solutions before I do. Well, I'm pretty sure I went through them and checked. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Could you try moving up one? I want to see.
Me. So these are gonna turn...
Just trying to check it.
So
Trying to
this
These are
think.
gonna
Drink.
turn black. and These are gonna
Done.
turn white. Down here. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that'd be the one.
Rook, would you like to do anything?
Bang my head against the wall.
Mhm.
No.
Rook is just betting.
Oh, crikey. So,
Huh.
I think two people here isn't.
No, I am going to.
No, we just tested it, and we just
That
wanted
was the
to see
test,
what
and we just haven't moved back yet.
Okay,
Okay.
so
If I move here,
and now
Okay, we have one. How do we
Fuck.
fix this?
So close. God damn it. Wait, so... Okay. So if I step off, those are all gonna be white. Let's just... Yeah. Okay. If I step here, these are gonna be white. If you step here, these are gonna turn white. Huh.
That be them black. That be them black. That be white. That be black.
thoughts, the
That-
thinking.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of thinking here, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
You did this upon yourself.
No, I know. It'll be quiet. These will be quite quiet sessions. As you know, Sasha just sit down, waiting for you to poke him.
I actually want to try something similar.
sure.
Alright, so similar to how we started earlier. So I'll start. Go here. This will turn those white. Then I move here.
Don't do that. Just put yourself down on the
Huh?
place.
You're gonna cause him to have an aneurysm.
Oh, look what you've done. Right. So it was that, and then you went there.
Yeah. Okay.
I have an idea. Let's see if we could break Chris.
Oh God.
I
Just
have
all
a,
stand on top of it.
I have
and
a
then
flip
one person
table
will-
button, and it is confirmed to crash at least 2 of you.
Who's the two?
Okay, so what
it
I'm getting
used to
from
be
this-
you and Simon. I think now it's just Simon and Jamie. Although no, you fix it
Okay.
to be you.
So what I'm getting from this is we need to somehow get these, like the ones where we can get it permanently black, by having 2 people next to each other. Get these to the places. So you see, if you have one here, they don't overlap with each other. And then if you have one more person here, it's just this one and this one that are white.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely
We need to
at
get
least
these 2 to be black, and then we step people here on these ones on the edges to be black.
We're definitely gonna need at least 4 people for this. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. One sec.
We don't have enough coverage with 3.
Yeah. Well, if you want me to go somewhere, let me know. I meant.
Yeah, it's just figuring out where.
Rook, you wanna? Are you doing anything, or are you just watching them?
I can't just stand in and trying to work out where it would be convenient for me to actually go. Hang on, if I stand there, that would go white, and then what happened if it stood out? Because that'd still be white if it goes. Yeah.
Malcolm, did you want to do anything? Or are you just thinking as well?
I'm also thinking, like every single thing that I've thought of so far leaves one tile,
Agreed.
One tile is always
Yeah.
white.
which makes this very, very hard.
We need to get somehow positioned so this tile gets these 2, like makes these 2 black. Or some.
Hey guys, I can tell you a story from my childhood. There was this guy that would turn up in a red and white jacket every year, around about Christmas time. And I can tell you, every year he gave me what was called a cube of puzzling. And I could never get the colours to match up, so I'd have to cut the colours off and re-stick them on. It won't work here, but I just want to share the story of my childhood with you. Every year, that is what he gave me, and not once did I figure it out.
Have you ever considered that sometimes those puzzling cubes are just impossible?
Yeah, I think they are.
That's why you never buy them second hand, because somebody's just stuck the colours back on and it's incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be white.
Oh, we need 5 people for this, I think.
Okay. Rook has stood here, and he's very confused, but he stood there just because he can.
Okay. Who are you putting on there next?
I think we need 5 people for this, because if we get one more person to stand here, there's all of these black. No, I'm not doing it, I'm just saying.
You're saying, but there's a 5th person on there
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, it's fine to just investigate.
it should
Yeah.
still work
you
if I
move-
move
yeah.
here.
That should.
Yeah, that should still
And
stay
that would
black
turn
because it's
that
influenced by
white.
3 people. So if it's in blue,
Then
Oh, yeah.
And then you move there, so then it flips those over.
yeah.
yes, and then we need
Queglod moves up by 1. She turns all of these rounds. Yeah. So these will be white.
so if we put
Go here, Sudz? Oh no, never mind. Wait.
no, because that would turn that back. And it would change.
Gather a
Please.
notepad.
It's gotten serious. Jamie's got his notepad.
I need the notepad of puzzling to help puzzle.
Hmm.
Jesus.
Captain, how long did this take you to come up with this?
Too long.
Man.
This is what happens when you're bored.
You're gonna hate me. I told you you'd hate me when we started these puzzles, but you're gonna hate me.
Hey. Just to check, what happens if we get 4 people up the middle?
That's actually a good idea to check.
To the middle!
Alright, so
No,
4 people up the middle.
yeah.
No.
What the? I grabbed me,
Sudz, please no.
and it moved that.
I know, please no. Alright.
Okay, I won't.
No, it's just like, no, you're gonna set me off if you change it all then. Alright, so. Voted by 2 people, it stays white. 2, white. Yeah, nothing changes.
Okay.
That's all white.
Except for these 2.
Okay. So what happens if we
Oh,
get 4
yeah,
people
that's
in
true.
these?
Sasha goes there, flips those over, and then those 2, and Elsyan flips those.
Okay.
Okay.
So what happens if you
I
just
slightly miscalculated them.
these turn white then? And this turns black?
Yeah, that one would turn black, but
All of those will turn
those two
white.
would turn white. Yeah, and same deal obviously up there as well.
Actually, would they? Yeah, I guess they would.
Okay.
Try it anyway. Because I don't know if it's triple influence or how does it.
Well, it seems like every pair turns it white, and then every
Every
odd.
odd turns it black, yeah.
Feng stands up, kind of walks over, attempts to stand on the one next to you 2. Doesn't change.
Okay, so it give me max of 3 people influencing it.
No, max of 6 people on the board.
Oh, max of 6 people.
Okay, right.
At which point Feng takes a step back. Not sure it's possible. He begins to kind of look over it and look at the various patterns.
Yeah, you might be right.
Oh, we might need to leave the one white pointing towards one of the colors.
He looks at the grid and goes,
Maybe it
if
doesn't
it
point
does
directly.
work, you'd need to be symmetrical.
Yeah.
You'd need to find a way to be symmetrical. Kind of like you are now.
I think
That's still-
bigger grid.
I can do that if you want, but I haven't got the
No,
answers
please.
then.
Wait, what?
I can do that if you want, but I haven't got answers then.
I was just wondering if maybe unlocking the other grids around the room added more tiles and made it possible.
Let's see if I can rip
Though
one
actually,
off.
if it got much bigger,
He
we wouldn't have enough. coverage.
Feng looks at you, just goes, "What are the things on the walls for then?"
I wonder if maybe we're supposed to make a specific pattern.
And how do we know?
Well, exactly. We'd need to have some way of seeing what's on the wall. But I think the only way to change that would be to do something here.
What about offering a bead up to the coloured wall? Like, actually take it and see if you can push it against the tile. of the
You're welcome to
wall.
give it a go. We seem to have hit a...
Yeah, I'm gonna try and take the
Okay.
green bead off of green one and put it against the
Okay.
green.
You walk up to the mastiff. The statue is sat there, the collar wrapped around its neck, the green bead hanging from it.
Okay. Going to try and take either the collar off or the bead off.
You go to take the bead off, it tugs, but it's fastened hard. As you slide it off, you watch as the dog kind of bows its head and the and the collar comes off easily. Or it pulls its head back up and the ears kind of flap a little bit before it kind of shifts and sits there stationary.
The dog moved. It's not moved as in it's alive, but it moved as in this is what we should probably be doing. Sort of moved, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Wait, so you have the bead now? Okay.
I've got the bead. Yes.
You've got the green bead.
The collar.
We should probably get off of here then.
As you're holding the collar, you see that this back wall changes. Rook, what colour are you? You're pink, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Hope you're ready to start describing.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck my life. So one person has to, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I would like everybody to blindfold themselves except for Rook. You can do that by pressing B. Sudz, can you tell me when they're, or Rook, can you tell me when they're blindfolded?
I was about to say, I can't.
How do I know?
They're
right,
like-
check the license
There would
box.
be an eye with a line over it.
Yeah, the only ones that haven't got it is me and you. So.
Alright, I'm blindfolded now. As you're holding the bead in your hand and you see the illusion proceed to disappear, the green bead sears to your hand, and as you kind of let go, the green bead leaves a green mark on the palm of your hand. So you're the only one who can see this currently.
Okay. Right. Well, my hand is now forever green, so that's great. But I can see a pattern, guys. I can see a pattern.
Okay. What kind of pattern?
Okay, so going off of the grid, from what you can see, if you want to get off the grid, and I'll walk it and I'll show you. So let's see. That's the best way I can think of showing you. Right. So the pattern is as follows. The ones that are
That
coloured.
might be. Hold on. Before you stand on, it might count you as the one solving the thing. You might not be able to get off after.
Okay.
You might not be able to get on at all.
Alright. Okay, I'll stand here. Okay, so the first one is the one directly in front of me. At the top, the very top.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one is the one directly below it.
Are you describing the black ones or the white
No,
ones?
I'm telling you which ones are coloured that I can see on the pattern.
So
Okay.
black ones, in the boxes of the diagram.
Oh, right, because, yeah, the hue on it. Right, okay, so, yeah, so the one right in front of me, then you go south, and that one's black. Then you go southwest, that one's black.
Mm-hmm.
South is black. Southeast is black. Northeast is black. And then there's then it ends there. And then there's one single one, which is the one directly next to me. Here, this one. That is also coloured.
Okay, I need paint for this.
So
So,
like an upside down question mark.
black,
Yeah.
An extra one.
It's like
black,
a fishing.
black,
Yep. Yep.
black,
Yep. Yes.
black.
And black.
Can we get like a copy so we can make it here?
Can I? Is the floor dusty? Can I?
This side
on
though.
the floor?
The floor is not dusty. It is clean. What I will do is I will move.
Make a copy and we'll make the actual thing here.
So do your interpretation. Rook, you're not allowed to flip tiles.
Alright. So
That
what I got was that.
Yes. Yep. That is bang on what I can see.
Okay.
So if that's okay. So
I believe that is one guy here. One guy here, one guy here. Wait, is it? No. No, it wouldn't. Actually, no.
so it's gotta be somebody there. Somebody here. No.
Okay. So, I mean, I think it's guaranteed there's gonna be one guy here.
Yeah, one guy has to be there, I think. But then there has to be. If it's black, there has to be 3 people influencing it. So there has to be 2 other people in one of these 3.
Or nobody in any of those.
No, being in them.
What do you mean?
Because it doesn't.
Oh yeah, because one guy can influence this. and-
Yeah, there. I mean, there could be
Yeah,
somebody
That one.
there, and then.
That one.
So somebody
Here. Make that one white.
black.
Black. Black. Okay, person here.
And then somebody there.
Black.
You know, somebody needs to turn that white.
White. Don't know if I told you this, but I hate you. So that's gonna be no, that will influence that white. Oh my god, we've got 6 of these things to do.
We might get faster at doing them, but let's see.
That means this one.
Stand there, that's them all black, one person stands there. That would be black, that would be white. You don't want too black. There's one stone. One person stands here. No, but then that
So
needs to be
three would
white.
influence that. One would influence that.
That sounds so smug, Chris.
Sorry, Magnus is radiating, isn't it? It's
It
leaking
really is.
again. My
Do
apologies.
that.
That makes
Two would do
Okay,
that.
so to turn this one white, there has to be someone else. Like,
Well,
next to it.
I was thinking if people take up these, all the ones that are white here, it would lead to this one being black, this being black, and
No, this would be
this
white.
one being. No, it would be black because
yeah, because there's 3 people in
three
front.
people.
Yeah. I mean, we can
Oh
give
yeah,
it a
shit,
shot.
yeah, never mind, yeah.
Explain it to us and we'll try.
I've only gotten it to where this one, and this one are actually that would be black. That would be black. So yeah, if hold on, let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. So that would be black. 1, 1, 1, 1. No, that's 3. So yeah, if people stand on
Okay.
this one,
There might be
this
an
one,
order
and
to it,
this
though.
one.
Who is standing where?
Okay, so. Okay. Malcolm, you go in this one, I guess.
So I'm going to that one.
Then I'll turn all of them black.
Okay.
I'll
Yes.
go stand next to him here.
Whoops, sorry.
Died.
Yeah, no, that's more apt. Let's do that.
Even during the puzzle, he gets wrecked.
Tile flips over,
and-
Malcolm is consumed by the
So I'll
floor.
go here.
Queglod go there.
And then Sasha
And
goes there.
then, yeah, Sasha.
As you,
Wow, what
as you
crap.
create the
Well
pattern
done.
by each of you doing so, Rook, you feel a searing pain on your hand as you watch as the bead pulls itself from your hand. You take 1 point of damage,
Oh,
and you watch as it floats over to where the key is, and you watch as it insets itself into the wall, creating a hole for it just above the key.
okay, well, right, that's
That is at the
green done, I
12 o'clock.
guess?
That is at the 12 o'clock position. At which point, you all watch as the tiles become unmagicked, and otherwise remain unaffected. Everybody
did it.
on the floors as it currently stands, as you are all standing on white tiles, you do not take any damage.
Okay, so we don't want to be standing on black tiles. Good to know. Good to know.
Something to note. As this happens, you get the feeling that some of them require you to be standing on black tiles.
Yeah, so sometimes we're gonna have to take damage.
Okay.
Okay, so
this
we
is
put
gonna
the
suck.
one
But I say
most.
that we
Yeah, we
sacrifice
put the
one.
beefy one there. Okay.
Okay. You
So
want me to grab the next
we don't
one, or
know.
does
We
someone
don't
else want
know. We don't know.
don't know
Yeah,
if
we
we
want the
can.
Rook to be able to step on it because he has a bunch of HP. He's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So
I'm not doing too well.
I can do some. I've got.
If it's just one, I can take it because I'm not doing too well on HP myself.
Okay. Well,
I
Bern,
guess
you wanna
I'll
do the next
go.
one?
Yeah, I'll go grab red then.
Don't be eating a bar. You move over to the red one. I would like everybody other than Infernal to blindfold themselves. Again, same thing. You take the collar off. The dog bows its head, kind of moves itself out of the way. You hear a slight woof as it sits back in position. These are animated dogs, and the bead sears itself onto your palm. Is everybody else blindfolded, Infernal?
Yep.
All right. All
I'm gonna turn the thingy red.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are we good to?
Yeah. Okay, so
So without
What I
touching that
see-
grid,
yeah,
explain.
okay. This top one next to me is white. The three below it are black. No.
Like this.
Ah,
No, no, no,
right,
no.
okay.
Top one is white. The three below are black.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right,
see.
okay.
The one to the left is black.
This one?
That one.
Yeah. The one to the left is black. The one to the left of that one is also black. The one below it is black. And then from the middle one, middle top one, the right and down one is black.
Right and down, so this
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And the one to the right and down of it again.
That.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
So standard
Pattern.
that one.
Okay.
That's that there. That's that. That needs to be white. Okay.
Oh.
That's that.
Yeah. I think this one is might rely on someone standing on black.
Point me in the direction of the black and I'll get.
Right. I'm gonna be right back while you do a little bit of thunking.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have one on here.
Yes, what I've got so far for what
I assume we can experiment, right?
one
Yeah.
goes there, one goes there, one goes.
If someone stands here, it's gonna be that. Then if someone stands
Well,
here,
if we do hypothetical, so that's where he.
Don't
for
don't
example-
actually move people onto the
yeah,
ground.
don't people move into it. So yeah, and then someone else stands here. That. Then if someone stands here, it's
It
gonna
would
be,
split that.
that will be that.
Which is almost right, but not quite.
If somebody stands here,
Someone is already standing there.
yeah, if somebody stands there, that would make that black. Then
Someone's
somebody
already
stands-
standing here.
I know.
So we have
I'm-
people standing on these.
Yeah, take that one off. The one that goes there goes off. One goes here. That makes that black. That makes that white and that black. This also becomes black. Then somebody stands here. Makes. Alright, so if somebody's standing here,
Disable them as you go through.
here. Okay.
Somebody's standing there. So then someone goes on
Somebody's
here.
standing there. Somebody's
Yep.
standing here. That turns that. Yeah.
Oh,
That turns
yeah.
this white. That
Yeah.
black. then somebody stands here, turning this black, this black, this white.
And that black,
And this one, black.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
all
one's
black.
supposed to be. Oh, that one's supposed to be. Then
Then we need
Oh,
someone to.
I'm back.
Okay.
We're just hypothetically doing this.
That's fine.
yeah.
That's fine. The only way to take
Those
damage is by
have-
standing on a black one once you finish the solution, which is
Ah.
needed in some of these.
Okay.
Do we need to still test if the guy that has it can actually step on it, or
Unless you want to try, you can go ahead.
no, I don't know. I'm not touching it.
You mean you don't want to stand on it and risk losing all your health?
No,
All of your 27?
23.
Oh, okay.
So that would be influenced by 3. So that would be influenced by 2. So stay black. Influence 3. So
Just keep in mind you're allowed up to 6 people on there at once.
yeah.
Yeah.
This we have 3 on.
Here.
So what happens if someone stands on here?
That would make this black, these white. Yeah, these 3 black. Actually, no, that one. Yeah, that one would be black too. But then it would also change these 3
It would be
to.
like that.
Must.
And then if someone stands here, no, that one will change these.
It's a crooked mustache.
Huh?
You've made a crooked mustache.
So currently we have one guy here, one guy here.
You want to just put them there?
Yeah, that's fine.
We also got somebody here.
And
And then someone here.
Somebody is right there.
okay.
I'm in danger.
This is just hypothetical. We're not actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's right. Even if you're on there, you don't take the damage from this
Until it's over.
until it's completed. So even if you're actually on there seeing this in character, or hypothetically,
Yeah. So then if someone else stands here, it would turn everything upside down.
Yeah,
don't
the
want-
problem is with me here, we're gonna need some people up here. on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I-
what I
this
was
one needs to be
thinking.
But
black.
then that's gonna change more stuff on this road.
Yeah,
so we
but
need
this
more
one needs to be
people, so-
black as well, so
Yeah.
someone will be +1 there.
That's what I was thinking.
Bern, roll me a perception check.
Oh? Everyone?
No, just you.
You.
Oh. No, that's not my character sheet, that's POB.
7, I believe.
7 plus 4.
Plus 4, 11. Okay. As you're looking at where everybody's currently standing, you can see the number 2 is written on your palm of your hand.
Wait, 2. Someone else step on right now, please? Like anywhere. I check my palm?
Number remains 2.
Okay. Wait.
It takes 2 people to do this to make sense.
It can't.
That would
No,
It can't. It shouldn't be possible with 2.
Yeah, especially considering that this has to be white
yeah.
And this one has to be white, this is the main problem.
and that. I mean, that one being white.
It's possible that it means that it takes 4 with 2 left over. But that's kind of stretching it a bit.
I was thinking.
Hmm.
So somebody there's.
2.
Make that one be black and they're white.
Let's get this guy
And
over here.
somebody goes there.
I'm going to move over here, if that's okay.
No, that's fine. Oh, I changed these two.
Yeah, we'll change that one to white and that one to black. Not,
That would come
no,
back to
that
a-
would be white.
This will be black.
That's a black.
Does the number change at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Somebody there,
I don't know
somebody
what
there,
that 2
somebody there.
means.
So let me.
Oh.
It has to be influenced by 2.
So then if Elsyan stands here, it's gonna turn everything. So that means we need... I don't know.
Okay. As Elsyan steps on, you watch as the number turns to a 3.
Oh. So that's how many... Wait. That's how many more moves, I think, before we can get it done. Okay.
As Elsyan steps off, you watch as the number turns to a 1.
As Elsyan steps off.
Yep.
Oh, we have a number of moves?
No, because it went up from 2 to 3, and then down from 3 to 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that one by 2.
Bang and Elsyan at this point look at one another, and one of them says, "Is it the correct number of people standing on the correct tiles?"
Makes sense, yeah.
Ah.
But Elsyan moved off. There's a delay?
God, yeah, that would make sense.
Right, so...
The number on your palm is the number of people on the correct tiles. However, it is delayed by 3 to 5 turns.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So you're
So
going
it
to
was
need
3
to...
at some point.
So it was 3 at some point, yeah.
Meh. Because you did move from there.
You watch as the number
Yeah.
becomes a 2.
Okay. It increased by 1.
And
And
I was
should have been... Back to your mustache.
and
Yeah.
then is to have that one.
The reason Rook never noticed it is because we've all gone at the same time.
So if somebody goes here, no, what's that? So I can get.
So we can tell which one is correct if we just keep moving between 2 of them, can't we?
You can.
But we don't know how far back it goes to.
You don't know how far back it goes. You also don't know if it's consistent.
Yeah, like if it's delayed by an even number, then...
But regardless of how it's delayed, it will always show, because if one person moves back and forth between the same tile once, 2 or more times, then it will show, because it will make a pattern like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. However, you
Yeah,
then
fair.
also don't know what the delay is going to be on that. So if the plays randomized, it might go 2,
Yeah,
1, 1, 2.
That's what I meant. Like if someone steps on here, then he steps here, and he steps back, and if it turns into a 1, then we know that this one might be correct if it's the delay of 2 or 3.
Actually, no. Technically, if it... Actually, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so if you go here, it's turn 1. Then you go here, it's 2. If it turns into a 1, and then it's 2 delay. And then if we go back and it turns into a 1, then it's a 3 delay, if it's correct.
But again, you have no idea how long the delay is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Where would you like to put somebody else?
Okay, so when Queglod moved from here and Elsyan stepped on, it was one person only, correct, right?
It shifted between 1, 3, and then back to 2, then back to 1. With the last 4 movements.
Oh yeah, that would make 3.
Okay, let's try. Wait, it doesn't work though.
That would make that black, that white. There.
I'm not sure I fully understand what any of this has to do with necromancy.
Bang raises the point. This is a school. It's probably just some problem solving.
Wasn't this meant to be done with 2 kids? 2 students?
They
Bang nods.
also did say that he did change it to where more than 2 can do it.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
Okay, so Jamie stepped off. Does the number move at all?
Yep, it moves to a 1.
It was already a 1.
So
No, it was just a 2.
Ah.
So there's
This is really hard.
so out of these 3, there's 1 correct. Okay.
But then that would be asymmetrical.
Well, I mean, do we know that?
What?
Bang kind of looks over. Would it be worth trying to do it from one section at a time? So, and he points to the space next to Queglod. Maybe try and see if we put someone there, what does it do? How can we solve the area around it? And if not, then
Okay.
maybe try the neighbouring areas.
Let's start with everyone get off.
Let's clear the void.
So, getting off, the following numbers from people moving. Getting off with the people moving, it goes from 1 to 2, then 2, then 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Rather than aiming wildly, maybe try solving it one section at a time. In the previous one, we saw that it was all of the white tiles, and it just made like a surrounding pattern. Maybe see if there's similar formation.
I don't think so, because the last one it had 3 next to each other, which means all 3 of them are white, because there's 3 influencing it, and the rest around them are black. So
There's gonna need to be.
if you get one person, there's that. And if you get, well, not me, someone else. There's that. Do the numbers change this? From
Not
2
yet.
moves? Okay, 2 moves doesn't change it. Okay, so then if we get
I'm not sure this setup at the moment can do very much.
No.
Rook, try moving diagonally up.
Okay. So,
no, shouldn't have changed
no,
that one.
not that one. Just that one.
Okay.
Does the thingy change at all?
Nope.
Okay, the number hasn't changed on 3 moves.
Or we're not in the right position.
Yeah.
Let's
White. Okay.
stand
That's black.
here with
Black, 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 black. White, white.
No, that may have been bad advice, because it's not going to be possible to turn the squares they're standing on white without.
Yeah.
The easiest
There
way
has
is
to
to
be
move
someone else.
else
The only
into
way to
this
turn
last
them
one,
white would be this way, but then,
but that then creates some panic.
yeah.
You watch as the number on your hand goes to 1.
Oh. One of these 2 is correct. Jamie,
I
Rook
moved
or Elsyan.
after. I think Elsyan's in the right place. Maybe. She moved first.
What?
It doesn't matter though, because if you move, then the next
Right.
move it would be a delay of 2
Okay, yeah.
or 3.
Remember, there's not a guarantee that the delay is constant.
Yeah. We don't.
Wait.
Well, it also could be this one is correct, because if he was here, then he moved here, and then someone else moved. This could be the correct one from Rook
2,
being there.
3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah, you got something?
Yes, I do think I got it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I need peeps. Okay.
Clear the board if you think.
Taking them off. Do you want to know what the results would have been?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Follow-up would have been 1, followed by a 2, followed by a 0.
Okay, so
That's
Alright.
that would be correct.
okay, so 1, somebody goes here. Turns all these black. Next, somebody goes here. Then somebody goes. Is it here? Yes, somebody goes here. Then somebody goes here and here.
Okay. As the ritual completes, I'm going to take it with Bern. He was on there. Bern, as you step on, nothing special happens. So the person with the bead can indeed step on unharmed. However, Elsyan, Malcom, and Rook, each of you take 3 points of what kind of damage is this? This is the colour of the runes. You're currently holding red. You each take 3 points of fire damage. So rounded down to 1 for you, Tiefling boy, and then everybody else takes 3.
Okay. This is possibly exploitable.
is exploited.
That was a lot harder than it had to be. But as soon as he said the 2, I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So just to
As that one completes, Bern, you take 1 point of damage as it pulls itself out of your palm and it sockets itself at the 6 o'clock position.
Where in 6 o'clock position?
Under the key. The other one was above the key at the 12 o'clock position.
Ah, okay.
Okay, well, that's done.
Okay, who next? Elsyan has 65 hit points, but has said that he would like to take as little damage as possible, as has Sasha.
Okay, so we should be careful when we are ending it. We want someone with a lot of who's healthy to stand in the back ones.
And what damage types are people resistant to, by the way?
It's melee.
I'm not
Fire.
resistant. Sasha is resistant to fire.
Elsyan's resistant to psychic.
Yeah, I'm resistant to necrotic.
Oh, you're quite quiet, Jamie. Did you?
Isn't Sasha resistant to poison?
Oh yeah. Poison.
I believe she's resistant to being poisoned and has advantage on saves against it. I'm not sure if she takes enough
not
damage
against
from
poison.
it.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll double check that though, real quick, because that will be in her dwarven stuff. Sasha does have 95 hit points. She has resistance against poison damage, so yes, she would be resistant to poison.
Arachne is also resistant to poison.
I will also
Poison
note
would have been
green.
I think
probably
Arachne's a little
green
bit too
though,
big.
yeah.
Yeah, poison.
Oh, can Arachne stay at 4 of them at the same time?
No, Arachne is not allowed to stand on this.
That is fair. Right. Oh, could you
Alright,
pass up the red, by the
so-
way?
Yeah. Okay. Someone, I think,
It was
go
the
with
red,
yellow.
yeah.
Go with yellow.
Somebody
Or-
go with yellow? Alright, I'll do yellow then.
Take the yellow collar off. Dog again once again moves, and the yellow sears itself onto your palm. Everybody blindfold yourselves, please, except for Malcom. Orange.
Okay. What are damage types going to be?
Okay.
Blue is probably either going to be lightning or cold, right?
Yeah. Yellow is probably gonna be lightning
This
or
is number 3.
acid. No. Not acid.
Well, if it's going off of dragon colours, then blue would be lightning, and none of the others,
yellow.
Oh,
I'm just
actually.
double checking my solution.
because there aren't any yellow,
Take your
orange,
time.
or purple dragons.
I've double checked these 50 times,
Hmm.
making sure I don't want to get this wrong. Because I did that. I put a
Purple's-
puzzle out in front of somebody else, and I told them that it was solvable, and it wasn't. That was a good 45-minute waste of their time. Alright, that is the finished product.
Okay.
Soon we can unfold.
I'm blindfolded.
Alright,
I'll do that.
so.
So seeing as you can just stand on them then, because it doesn't matter.
Alright, so. This one. This one. This one. And then. This one.
Just out of interest, any numbers showing up as he's doing this?
This one. Good question.
They did.
So I did first. I stood on this one, then this one, then this one, then went around to this one,
Okay, and now you're on that one.
and then I went around to that one.
Okay. And you're continuing to walk across?
Just gonna walk to this one, and then this one, then I hop off.
At some point, the number 1 comes up, followed by the number 1, followed by the number 1, followed by 0, followed by 1, followed by the remaining zeros.
Okay.
There's both a delay in the input and the output.
Wait.
That
Oh,
makes-
oh my god, that's impossible. Ignore that. Right?
Okay, I'm thinking the numbers probably aren't that useful in most
Yeah,
cases.
numbers. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's kind of why I
That's too
wasn't
much.
really relying on the numbers for that.
Yeah,
last
that's
one.
fair. I just
The numbers are used for if you're stuck, and I can go, okay, so many of you are in the correct place, but it's not. But it's not abusable.
it's just the information's just too vague to deliberately try and get.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I've had several weeks to think about these puzzles and how to not make an abusable
So if
system.
the output is delayed as well, then it could say 1-1 for the same one when you.
It could,
Okay.
even when you moved off. Which means that what you've got to do is you've got to check the number when, well, I will tell you what the number is when it comes to that point if you've been waiting there for a long time and stuck.
Okay.
And that's a way of me basically going, that's the correct answer. This is how many are correct out of your current group.
So.
Stand on the wall.
Stand on the wall. Alright.
Stand on the wall.
Oh, I did get something wrong. Hold on. I
Oh,
will turn it
wow.
over because I did get it wrong. I misread that one. That is that's a rubbed out dot. That's not supposed to be there.
For
My
shame.
apologies. Glad I caught that.
Okay then.
There you go. Sorry, that does change some stuff, but that was my fault.
Actually. Again. Then I want
Much thinkies and thoughts.
Ignore me. Oh, ignore me.
No.
Okay, that's great. I'm not doing anything.
Well, so far what I came up with is this.
I've got the same
Oh wait, hold on.
to you so far.
So put those back over and add that.
Yeah, that's what I come up with so far. And then I was thinking that
probably want someone here.
yeah, somebody definitely goes here,
Not Infernal, because it's
there, which
Not Infernal?
turns
Oh, because it would be
that black,
yeah. I'll
Is it-
that white.
Yeah, so you've just got to watch out for these tiles at the end. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so if you do that, these change like that. I believe that's correct.
Yeah, that should be correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then
Cool.
Oh, that's really
somebody
close to being
goes-
right, but it's going to be a pain to fix.
White, black.
Pardon me.
And then if somebody went here. Oh,
Now throw that one back over. That'll be fine.
Yeah, this is.
I meant
I
that.
got the same one from earlier.
Wait, is that a separate solution?
No,
No, that's the exact same solution.
Oh, okay.
You literally just made the previous one.
Look,
fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck me.
You all take 3 points of psychic damage. No, it's fine.
Right. We are all on point with this. Right.
If only we could make the early one this fast.
It's like, look at this! Oh, wait.
Hmm.
which we don't.
Wait. Oh, hold on. I think I know.
What if I move down?
No. I think I know. Forget it. Hold on. Let me try.
Oh,
So move 4 people onto here.
How goes that? How goes?
Right.
Thanks.
If I had moved down, that would have like.
Oh, so there is an order. That was supposed to be fuck.
Where was I?
I go there.
Black.
No.
Can you move up one?
Who?
Infernal. Bern. Or whatever.
Me.
Off the board.
No, sorry. Up diagonally one.
Oh, right. Those we flipped, and then
And
That would be. That would make
No,
like
this isn't
2.
quite right.
Right, so
Sorry,
if
how
Sudz
that-
steps off, what happens? These get turned to black and this one's white. Yeah. And then he steps on this one here. No. Fuck this one and this one.
So I can get that.
and if Sasha here and Rook here, you get the same pattern.
Oh no.
Shut up, dude.
Well, actually,
Actually.
Actually.
that would,
Go on then, Sudz, what you got? Experiment.
Well, actually, we have to take into account one of
Here.
these.
here.
One of these is correct.
Oh no! Pick up Queglod, I'll put it back.
We have to take into account one of these is correct.
Okay.
So
So
that would turn these to white.
So I'm just gonna do a quick reset and then put all the inputs in.
Okay.
I missed some.
No, that's fine.
And
What if I was to move down one?
Okay.
that would make
And
that-
those. 3. Ooh, whoops. Okay. As the solution completes, Malcom, Queglod, and Sasha each take 3 points of lightning damage from yellow.
okay.
Blue should be cold, orange
Wild.
should be.
We'll deal with Sasha's.
And then I gotta take another point of damage from the thing removed.
Yes, and another point of damage as the bead pulls itself from your palm and travels into the back wall at the 3 o'clock position. Need one more.
Yeah, so we need 9 o'clock now.
The colours don't matter; it just determines which puzzle you end up doing,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And the damage type, but that's only going to
and the damage type as well. But that's the
2
only abusable
damage.
thing.
So let's go with purple then.
Purple is probably going to be psychic, right?
Yes, just put
Either
Elsyan
that
on a black tile. Just
Or poison.
Psychic, poison, or potentially necrotic. Probably more
Yeah,
likely
that's-
black though.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, it can't be poison because surely green would be poison.
You never found out.
Yeah, none of us were standing on black one.
Yeah, but surely if one of them is going to be poison, it would be green.
I guess.
Isn't it?
Who's collecting the next bead?
Sasha.
Thanks. That's me. So who has collected the bead? Queglod?
Yeah.
Are you
I will-
looking
I will
injured?
go quickly.
Are you looking injured at this point?
Me, no, I've got like 88 hit points.
Okay, that's.
I'm fine.
All right, everybody blindfold. What color was it you're going for?
I'll go for purple.
Purple.
One sec, I'm under my desk. I'm trying to sort out what.
That's
Hmm.
fine. Okay, well you're the
So,
only one who doesn't really need to worry about blindfolding. There you go. Ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check it real quick so I haven't made any mistakes because there are some dots which are coming through from the other side of the paper.
Fair enough.
Oh, right. There you go.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay.
I gotta say, I like these puzzles.
Okay, good. It's repeatable.
You can just stand on those.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk the path. Dip. 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 And I suppose I'll ask about numbers, but
Numbers. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0.
Okay, so 2 of these are correct.
Keep in mind there's an input delay.
I know.
yeah, at least.
Wait, can I say
2.
2 for the same tile?
No, you cannot have 2 on the same tile. So that means that that one
No,
from
no, no.
one.
I mean, can it say 2 are correct on the same tile for the same tile? Because there's input and output lag.
Yeah. So for example, let's say for example in example 1, all 4 of these are correct. We know they're not because we know what that ends up as. But all 4 of these are the correct answer. As let's say for example, Rook's walking across. If it's output 0 here, but this is a correct tile, this is a correct tile, this is a correct tile, this is a correct tile. Output 0, output 1. It could be output 1 again, then output 3, and then output 0 again the turn after, or output 1 when he steps off, and then output 0 afterwards. So it could add up any number of them to be combined together when doing a travel. Because of the output delay, they can stack with one another. Because if the input delay is anywhere between 0 and infinity, it could happen immediately, or it could happen after.
Yeah, but at least you know that some of them are correct.
You know at that point at least 3 of them on the
Yeah.
path that they took are correct.
Yeah,
But
so
there
we
could
have
also
2
be
here.
more given the input and output.
Yeah, so at least 2 of them. That's why I said at least 2 of them are correct here.
Oh, I thought you just said there were 2 of them correct.
No, I said
That's
at
one.
least 2 of them are correct.
So, experiments.
Yeah. Well, if you come up with the right answer, don't say it instantly. Let us move.
Black, black, black. Then right.
Hmm.
Yes, Sudz.
No.
No, the thing is, this is almost the same as the puzzle we did that we kept getting, just -1. colour. Right. Let's try and work this crap out. Down there. Yeah. Will that still be white? Black that way. Less here.
All the thanks.
Black, 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 white, black.
Sam's probably glad he missed this session.
It's one lucky boy. Okay.
I didn't think about that.
Oh, did you swap them? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if I had to do it. You're doing this, Fang is just writing down notes of what's going on. He proceeds to write a bit more in his journal. Takes out one of the books and begins to read it. Oh, first roll of the night for me. It's a natural 1. Congratulations, Fang.
Oh, poor thing.
Proceeds to read the book. Gets too distracted by the puzzle in front of him. Hasn't helped at all yet, but oh well. Picks up the monster manual and starts browsing creature.
Move Jamie here instead.
That would make white.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take that one. Actually, they'll move that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks correct at the moment.
Oh wait, I flipped that one already or not?
No. That one doesn't need to be flipped, no one's influencing it.
No, because Jamie was here and then I moved them back. So yeah, it would be.
The number 1 is currently appearing.
Okay. That's correct. So. Black, black. So what I want to do.
Actually,
Black.
if he was there, those two, and that, yes.
Yeah.
It's black the dead.
Change one more thing. Does the number change?
Nope. Still 1. currently stands, you have 2 people, correct?
So this could be 3.
I will give you one hint.
That.
This is the hardest of
Oh.
the puzzles,
Oh, of course it is.
and it requires 6 people.
Oh, great.
Okay.
1, 2.
You've got 5 on the board. Just thought I'd let you know that now so that you don't start going, oh, well, it's not possible with 5. And then you add one person in, it changes everything. Just so you're accounting for it.
Go ahead and put yourself back here. That's 3. This is. Yeah, yeah.
Why did you move? Because you didn't switch.
I moved here.
From where?
It doesn't
You were
change
there?
anything from there. Yeah, it
Here.
doesn't change anything except for this.
Oh, so it changes.
Yeah, that's the one that changed. And that. And then.
Should change this as well.
Yes, that's true. Let's change that.
Oh yeah, that's 3.
These things are wonderfully brain numbing.
I'm stress eating.
You sound like Sam when we play Warhammer.
Like, to be honest, I can't really say I'm stressed. I just normally I'm just blaming stress.
Wait, what?
Not even stressed.
If you.
Why that?
You flipped over only half of them after I flipped over those ones for when Queglod
Oh,
moved.
Okay, right, so we've got 1 there. One more person to get on.
Could we try moving Sasha somewhere?
I was thinking.
Or do you think
Think
that correct already?
Elsyan's flying.
Need to do it. That would be. White. That would be. White. I'll turn white. Okay. Hold
Got it.
on. If
Brain.
that's. Yes. That's it. Okay, so here.
Before you complete it, make sure people with the high HP are on the platform.
There.
Which is always going to be these tiles.
That
Yeah, I know.
turns. So it needs to be here.
For the sake of it, Sasha and Elsyan both have high HP. Rook on one.
Then that turns those 2 black. That turns black. And then if I moved.
If I move on here, this one's gonna become.
Yeah, that becomes.
That. Need to get rid of this.
Okay.
that would be.
Tipex.
Uh,
Yeah.
Where's our 7th?
60,
Colour
30.
it in. White.
Max of 6.
So,
Yeah, max of
Yeah.
Tipex. What do you use? I'll use magical Tipex. But
Every time.
okay, so how much HPs is you on Queggles?
88.
Okay, so you
Yeah, I
got
can,
good
I can
HP.
take a hit.
Elsyan's
so-
on 65 and Sasha's on 92. That's why I moved Sasha onto a black one. Because there are people with lower hit points than her.
Do it one by one, so we don't forget it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
If you do that, I'll just recalculate because I've just got to calculate what's
No,
odd and what's even.
all that happens is that this one changes, and then yeah, that changes.
That
Does
stays as
change.
that. That stays as that. That's the same. That's still that. That's still that. That's that. That needs that.
No, because yeah, it's influenced by 3.
Yep.
Now, so,
That's
Um,
3 as well.
as is that.
so
Oh yes, this is that
yeah.
one.
That one also. I thought.
So then that makes it influenced by 2. I could have just moved her over 1 then. No, because then I would at them. Huh.
Apparently 3 are correct.
Can we remove Cleric?
Wait, no, my correction. 4 are correct.
4. Remove what?
Alright.
If we move her there, this is not gonna be black.
Yeah, no, I know I'd be moving.
Well, we definitely need to move at least one other person as well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? No, that's not going to work.
Check this again.
This one should be white. It's influenced by 2 people.
Yes.
Yeah, my apologies.
No, this one.
Oh.
This one should be white. This one should be blue.
Nope, I've got it right. Okay. No, just after those last few moves, everything just went black, and it's like, huh?
Can we have? Oh, I think it might be.
That would change those to.
Oh, fuck. How that work? Can I try something?
Go for it.
Removing everyone. I need to remove everyone though. Alright, I can just come on. I wanna set that.
Obviously, the number resets to 0 at this point.
Yeah.
I was like, keep in mind, from your previous formation, it was on 4.
Alright. Oh no, fuck this one. I forgot about that one. No, never mind. My plan doesn't work.
Okay. How were we before then?
You
Alright, we
were
were like that.
that. Was Queglod? That doesn't matter who's where, but it was like that. I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to say. Wait,
There was Queglod I had here, and then somebody was right here.
somebody was there. Yeah. So we have 2, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, like that. Oh, and that one.
And then
Yeah.
they would stay the same except there. There.
So the number goes back to 4.
Can Quail move here?
If Queglod moves there, then
Oh wait, no, that one won't change. These two will be influenced.
Yeah.
and
that's
there's
okay,
no
so
way of
that's-
turning that one back.
That one that fucking fucks me.
That's why I moved Queglod down. But one of us down here need to move. I believe that the
Thing
three
is,
of us here
though, because you three are keeping this one black, and these three are
Yes.
keeping this one black.
that's why we're only moving slightly. Like moving like so or something like that.
Yeah,
There's
but
one
that
move
fucks
here.
everything here.
That would do that.
That just destroys everything there. Yeah.
Yes, and that's why I was saying it was only by like one or something. I'm trying to figure out which one moves and where to.
Did you want me to revert it back to where Queglod was there?
If she moves there, then
Please.
Sasha moves there. This one
That-
loses influence.
Yep.
These 3 gain it.
See, like these
and then
two.
he moves here. Hold on. Move her back?
He moves there, doing that.
Wait, no. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like these two have to be here. It's the only way to keep this one double influenced. Or somebody has to be at least here to keep these two double influenced.
Okay, but if those two are there, then somebody's
Then
got to
Rook
be.
can move here, I guess. Then this one needs to not be double influenced, though, or triple influenced.
Yeah, I think Rook might need to go back to where he was.
Rook goes back.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Bottom 3. There might not be very much they can do.
That way.
If I move from here, we lose the influence here.
No,
If
we
I
don't.
move over this way. No, if I move here, yeah. But if I move down here, anyway,
If you move
Lose.
there, we get this one.
we also get this
That
one.
one and that one,
This one, yeah.
And
if you were there. Yeah.
Which we don't want these two.
Huh?
What happens if I move one more?
Actually, hold on.
Hold on. No, that would fuck everything
I
up.
was
Never
gonna say,
mind.
yeah, it would flip the.
No.
So, you there or are you there?
Where the
Here. And then. I know this one will lose its triple influence. But then that would turn... And
What happens if you go? No, this one will turn
I would move
black.
here, which would regain its triple influence. And oh wait, no.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to.
Okay, so 4 are correct when we're like this. So 4 out of these 6 are correct.
As you look at the number now, 3 of you are correct.
Yes. Yes.
And also, Queglod, roll me a perception check.
Terrible. Gonna be 7.
Okay. Given this is on your palm and you're keeping a note of it, at one point it turns to 5 for a flicker of.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's what I assume when I move down, I think.
Okay. Is there a way to recall where we were when it switched to 5?
Accounting for the delay, no.
I think
No,
it's
I mean
between
like
5.
like where we were when it showed that 5 was on the hand. Is there a way of telling where we were?
Again, like I said, it's input and output.
No, I
delay,
think he
so-
means like
No,
when it
no,
switched
like-
to 5, how were we positioned at that point?
Yeah, how were we positioned at that point when it turned 5?
So it would have been like that, when you were like that.
So when we were like this, it was at 5.
But that's not necessarily.
But that's
no,
not
'cause there is
necessarily.
a delay.
Yeah.
It could have been like 2 moves ago,
Or more or less.
more or less, yeah. Theoretically. Oh my god. Right.
Does that change any? That would make that. Actually,
Okay. Bern, Queglod,
I told you
Bern,
to do it before.
I
Bern,
didn't mean
Queglod,
to put it down.
Rook, and Sasha all take 3 points of psychic damage.
Oh, happy days.
So.
And
Okay.
then one more for me, right?
And then one more for you as the bead pulls from your hand. You watch as it floats and sockets into the wall. As it does so, you watch as the key falls away onto the floor in front of it. I ain't gonna be these anymore.
Thank God.
And the key lies
Wait,
before you
what?
on the ground.
Oh, we got the key?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We take a short rest, yeah.
I'll go get
It's
the
up to
key.
y'all.
Okay. I'll get the key and we're gonna take a short rest.
How long has it been since we started?
You spent an hour on it last session, and you've spent 2 hours on it now, so 1.5 hours have currently passed.
Okay, so we
And
started.
we're on what puzzle? 3?
You're on puzzle 3 out of 5, but you have no idea how hard the other ones are going.
And we had how long to do?
12 hours.
12 hours.
Okay.
We've got about how much left?
20.
So you've got, at the moment, if you take a short rest now, you'll have 10 hours left. Keep in mind, you cannot take a long rest for...
I know we can take a long
Um,
rest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a short rest.
Yeah.
Won't be able to take the long rest because of how long you'd have to wait to take your next long rest. So
Thing is, how much is everyone else benefiting? Because I'm benefiting a lot from it. I don't know how much the rest are.
None.
Sasha has 5 hit die left, so a short rest would go quite a way with her. She's got about 50 hit points she can benefit from. Sam doesn't have a hit count written down, so I'm going to fill that in as 0 for now.
Classic.
Because
Well, I'd get all of my
You would get your
spell
health,
slots back, and I
Yeah.
can spend the last one on
Sasha,
or well, probably more likely.
or like, yeah, whoever's missing.
I mean, Sudz doesn't have any.
I
hit
have
die
0
left.
hit die.
So if he wants to
Ah,
get something
yeah.
out of it, I would need to heal him.
Yeah, so yeah.
I've got 8 hit die, so I can heal from my 20 that I did.
Okay, so everyone is benefiting from it, just not as much.
I got a splinter.
what
Pick
is
that out.
this? Oh my goodness!
Why
I go
did
back
you
through the
find
old. I go
what?
back through the old versions of Elsyan's character sheet. His hit die went from 2 to 3DW to 3D to nothing. Like, what are your hit die? Like, I'm gonna assume. He has,
3DWs!
I'm gonna assume he has 1 hit count right now because I honestly have no idea. So if you take a short rest, I'll use his 1 hit die and put him in.
Yeah, 3DW.
3DW hit die. Alright, so, are you taking a short rest?
Yeah, that's the...
So,
Yeah,
as the
okay.
party takes the short rest, go ahead and roll your hit die. And
Yeah,
I
who
will...
am I healing, by the way? How are people's health?
probably
looking?
Sudz. Alright.
Okay.
How much health are you on, Sudz?
I am on 62.
Yeah, that's fine.
Elsyan is now at 74. Sasha. 4 of her hit die. Go up.
One of mine healed for 11, so I'm gonna take
3.
about... I'm gonna use 9, so I'm gonna heal for 99.
Right.
Nice, that's 32. 132. Sasha's gonna
Okay,
use her
maybe-
last hit die to 10 hit points, putting
Right.
her at 1 from max.
Okay. Major knit 60-10. So you heal 41. No, 46. Because it's plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you proceed to take your short rest, as you write things down, the key sat at your side. I'll say, Rook, you have this one. As your short rest finishes, you say the words and you transport yourselves to the next room. And that is where we will end the session.
Woo!
So, 2 hours have passed. And I'm going to note that on a D12. Actually, I'll do time remaining.
What's your bet that the last puzzle is gonna be time-based?
None of these are
That's
time
gonna
based.
require... Huh?
None of these are time based.
Oh,
I'm not a jerk like that.
Unless you run out of actual 12 hours, then it's...
Unless you run out of actual 12
I mean,
hours,
like,
then yeah.
one of the 2 puzzles left require like 6 hours. For example.
Unless you spend 12 hours and 3 sessions trying to complete it, then
But I
no,
mean,
it's
like,
not.
it requires 6 hours for it to be completed.
No, because otherwise I would have been a jerk and made the last one take 11 hours 49 minutes.
Ah, classic.
It's just like the money dungeon we came up with.
That money dungeon, man.
That money dungeon. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.